Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn September 15, 2022. The moon spends part of the day in hiding in your solar chart but then enters your sign, making later today livelier and more active. Your outlook about finances or work can improve, or you can feel motivated and inspired about a work or self-care matter. Nevertheless, you can experience some indecision or temporary doubting of a partner or a business endeavor. As much as you would like to get a decision made and behind you, try not to rush into one, especially if it has to do with critical financial matters or a partnership. It's easy for a problem to magnify in your mind today, but it's best to wait and see. Talk about feeling large and in charge at work today. With mental Mercury in your sign forming a lucky trine to innovative Jupiter in Aquarius, it may feel like anything is possible. Jupiter is benefiting your overall mental state and communication skills. If you had wanted to start your workweek on a strong note, this is the perfect transit for such. You may feel confident enough to share your unique ideas, intelligent perspective, and innovative schemes. It could also be a perfect day to partner up with a like-minded colleague. It has been nearly 2 years since Mars, the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos, was last in your income sector, with his return over the weekend a game changer. With the moon returning in 2 days as a new moon Mercury 2 days later, this gives you a chance to first get a feel for a new drive to fight for what you deserve. Often the most lasting impressions our parents make on our lives can be found in how we treat our bodies. What you eat in the morning and at night, how much you exercise and your attitude about exercise, and how you regard rest are all things we learn at a very early age. It takes courage to re-examine these items as adults and take full responsibility for our health. Take today as your first challenge and just be aware of your health habits. 2 days after Mars left Libra, the moon not only returns today but just 4 days before Mercury is due to end all planetary activity in your sign for the year. While your birthday month ended 10 days ago until Mercury leaves, you are still tying up loose ends, and especially when it comes to your game plan and resolutions for this new solar year. The moon's return will ensure that it is not just Mercury's intellectual focus but a mix of intuition and logic, imagination and intelligence that is helping you to tie up loose ends. The moon's return to Libra today might contribute to things getting a little bumpy on the relationship front over the next few days, but with perfect timing. The moon returns just as Mercury, the planet of communication, has not only moved into his final days in Libra but is under pressure from planets on the relationship front. This is a last-minute push to get the communication lines open before the moon wraps up in your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes. It will form a challenging square to your planetary ruler, Venus, via your curious 3rd house of communication. Catch your tongue. The moon will simultaneously form a trine to transformative Pluto via your emotionally driven 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations, creating a psychic synergy between your innermost feelings and connection to spirit. You're being called to take action, and you're consciously following your intuition in the process. No need to make hasty decisions or overextend yourself. The moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday has not only left you more emotionally engaged but has taken the pressure off Mercury, in his early days in retrograde motion in Libra. While this may have pushed some old buttons or even created some personal and/or relationship tension, as the emotional fog of war clears, it is to reveal that this was the push that Mercury needed. With all 3 planets in your relationship sector in retrograde motion, having Mercury, the planet of communication, in retrograde motion is key to giving the past and unsaid words a voice. As well as leaving you more emotionally engaged, the moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday has taken the pressure off Mercury, in his early days in retrograde motion in Libra. With the planet of communication just 10 days away from retrograding back out, and with all 3 planets in your relationship sector in retrograde motion, this has been the push needed to get the communication lines open, and especially to the past. Our eyes in the sky. The moon takes its first steps in Taurus today. There is a real temptation to sleep in, so go ahead and rest if you need it and don't have any obligations to tend to. Then take the first half of the day slow and easy, giving yourself space to feel and process your emotions. Luckily, the moon is exalted, which gives our vitality a boost and helps perk us up a bit. It's a good day to focus on yourself and the things that make you happy. Switch your attention to simple pleasures and allow yourself to be a little bit superficial. It will help balance out yesterday's heavy energy. Rally around the people who make you feel valued and strong, and give yourself permission to let down your hair and laugh a bit. Creative inspiration often strikes when the moon is in Taurus, so keep a journal handy for any brilliant ideas you have during the day, or spend your time creating art to get your mind off other matters. Overnight, the moon cozies up with Venus, which lends you plenty of warm energy and fills your heart with gratitude and joy. You should be feeling a lot more like yourself tonight, so don't be afraid to appreciate and love yourself. Your wings may get clipped as far as professional progress is concerned. If you've been inappropriate with coworkers or clients recently, you may find an unwelcome surprise in your inbox. It's karma. If you need to apologize, do it and get back to a productive relationship. Cash follows your willingness to be a team player. In the early morning, the moon enters Taurus, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, creature comforts regulate our emotional equilibrium. Yet, we are inevitably destined to be rattled when the moon makes conjunctions to the lunar north node and Uranus. Both have been posted up in Taurus for some time, and our ability to flow with the unpredictable is becoming increasingly integral to our sense of safety. Despite the Taurus moon's penchant for using sensual or tactile means to achieve security, we are being shown the impermanence of material things, and the futility of using them as a crutch in place of embodied confidence. You're breathing new life into something you'd long since lost interest in, so much of your energy is moving in this direction. In fact, you may enjoy a lucky break that makes it happen for real this time. Make sure your cash flow remains steady by portioning it out carefully. You could be seeing your financial picture through rose-colored glasses. At night, the Taurus moon forms a quincunx to Mercury in Libra, stimulating confusion. Both signs are Venus-ruled, and the impulse to be pleasant, even in the face of trying circumstances, will be strong. A desire for harmony prevents us from seeing the reality of a situation, hampering our ability to deal with it directly. We must acknowledge that we are missing key facts. Certain conversations should be had to clear the air. However, when we search for our companions to set the record straight, they seem to vanish. The best course of action now is to remain vigilant. Commit to addressing the issue when better timing presents itself.